Hi, my name is Liz, and this is my very first sweater. So I thought I'd take you along the journey. So this journey actually started before Christmas. I chose the yarn, I figured out what I was going to do, finding the pattern, and I actually got the yarn, casted it on, and it started on January the 11th. So I chose the Cascade yarn in the Eco Cloud. It's the Dove color, and I decided to start the process. So I'm following along with Marley Bird's My First Sweater knit along, and that was from the previous year. And it's more psychological for me because I have knit other things but nothing this large. So in the very first week, all you have to do is knit a swatch. And I'm a very slow knitter, but I ended up finishing this just in one evening. Probably took me 2 to 3 hours. So I'm a very visual learner, so watching videos and reading along with the pattern really helped. So my mindset of making my first sweater, I had lots of doubts that I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know the sizing. I don't really understand the construction of this sweater, and I've never knitted anything this large. So with the help of the YouTube videos of Marley Bird and just her breaking it down step by step, each week by week is different, I was able to just start simple. So after blocking it, I was excited to start on the sweater, and I started knitting right away. And then as I got into knitting it, the plastic cord detached from the bamboo needle. So I ended up having to rip it all back, so I was able to start over again. I somehow messed up already. As you can see, they don't match up, but I was just getting over the mind frame that I just need to start doing it, and it doesn't matter what my mistakes are, that I just need to keep going and it will be all right. I'm also having a tough time fixing my mistakes, so I tried to go back, so I'm not able to see quite yet how I'm supposed to correct my mistakes, so I just kept on going. I was knitting a couple hours in the morning and in the evening, and then it still wasn't caught up to where they were. So with this, I'm getting faster at knitting and figuring it all out. So I started knitting up the front section all the way up to the armpit and kept going, and then I knitted the back. So I was starting to have dreams because I didn't understand how it was supposed to be constructed until I went on Ravelry and saw a picture that it was in pieces, where it's the front piece, the back piece, and then the sleeves, and then you sew it all together. So because I'm very new to knitting, I'm starting to realize that I don't have enough yarn. The 4 skeins of 150 grams were not going to be enough. So I had to wait and order more yarn. I continued with the yarn that I had, but I realized it wasn't going to be enough. And then this is them all in pieces. So the front and the back are exactly the same. Well, I made some mistakes. And then you got the 2 sleeves. So I soaked the yarn and ended up blocking it. I did leave it on my bed to dry. So sewing up the seams was quite a process. I did have to take it out quite a bit of times just to sew it up properly and figure out what exactly was happening and make sure everything was lining up. It was nice to watch the video of how the seams are sewn up and what order they were also sewn up, and how that is important just in case things do not line up. This was a very slow process. It took several evenings for me to finish it, and I wanted to finish it up before our local knit night. So you start at the shoulders, and I was worried because the shoulders seem to be very close to my neck. So it decided to take some of it out, and you can see it's a lot wider, but then now it was falling off the shoulders. So I made lots of mistakes. As you can see, it doesn't line up. The front and the back, for some reason, I made it two different sizes. There's just little mistakes of things that I don't know how I missed that. And I used things like safety pins because I didn't have any of the other tools. So I was trying to figure out how it would fit on my shoulder and how it felt good without falling it off. And then I sewed from the bottom to the armpit and then the cuff to the armpit. Finally, on March the 3rd, it was finally done. I'm still adjusting some of the shoulders. It's a bit baggy, but that's how it's supposed to be, but it's not too baggy that I just feel like it's a paper bag. So it's a nice fit. It's a nice wool that I really like. I'm not too sure if I'm going to stitch up the seams. I did make the sleeves a lot longer than what was recommended just because I liked oversized sleeves. And then I also couldn't remember if my fabric ended up stretching or shrinking when I blocked it. So I really hope that you are going to start your very first sweater and it is just the beginning to future projects. So I hope you start knitting your own first sweater and tell me all about it down in the comments. Thanks!